Hi, it's Courtney, founder and CEO of MamaStrong.com, where we instigate an adventurous life through strength that matters. And I'm so excited to be here empowering solo moms everywhere. Thank you so much for having me a part of your space. I will be here once a month to give you guys a real deal solo mom applicable fit tip. And today we're going to be dealing with two very easy, very efficient, and very effective stress-busting techniques. I use these with women in the most dire situations you can imagine and have really honed them to make sure that they're most effective possible things you can be doing, okay? So first up, when we're stressed out, what's the first thing everybody tells us? Number one, breathe, right? So take a second while you're watching this. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath like you always do when you're trying to relax. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Now look at me. When I take a deep breath without thinking about it and being taught properly how to do it, guess where I breathe? Chest, throat. Now the problem with that is that your lungs don't live up here. Your lungs live here. So when we breathe into the chest and into the throat, we're actually sending extra stress to the nervous system because we're not getting enough oxygen from that breath. And so the whole thing that was designed to reduce stress actually can cause more stress. I know, who would have thunk it, right? Along with that, it also creates a lot of tension up into the neck, and we don't want that when we're dealing with stress. So the proper way to breathe is belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, okay? We're gonna start with the belly. You're gonna take your hands right on your belly, close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in. As you do that, you're inflating the belly out, so pushing the belly out to the hands, and then exhale, pull the belly away from the hands. Now, as you do that, I want you to do it again and keep the shoulders down. Take a deep breath into the belly. Let the belly blow up like a balloon. Exhale, belly to the spine. Immediately, you should notice that with just one or two breaths, that stress starts to go down a little bit and your body feels calm rather than that breathing. The gasping is what I call it. You can also take that a whole step up, and from belly breathing, we go to diaphragmatic breathing. And this is really the golden standard of proper dynamic breathing. You take the hands on the rib cage, and what you're gonna imagine is that your ribs are spreading out to the side and in. So you take a deep breath, and as you breathe in, you imagine those rib cages, you imagine that rib cage breathing into the hands. As you exhale, imagine the ribs pulling together. And again, deep breath into the ribs. Think of into the back of the ribs, expanding the rib cage out to the side and out to the back. Exhale, sew the ribs together. This is a much lengthier topic, but if you start to practice this, you'll see a big difference. Keep the shoulders down, breathe into the belly or the ribs. The final stress-busting technique that I think you all will enjoy is a very simple posture fix. So we're sitting, we're doing, we're holding, we're doing as solo moms, right? There's lots of flexion, and we start to notice our posture gets like this. Our first reaction is to do what our grandmothers and whoever else told us to do, is throw the shoulders back and chin up. Now, just like the breathing, this is the worst thing to do. It sends a message of stress and tension to the nervous system, and your nervous system in response doesn't actually reduce stress, it increases stress. So, a very simple fix is to instead imagine if a raindrop were to come and land right here, that little dip in your throat, it's called the suprasternal notch. If it were to land right here, it would stay there. So you're lifting that notch up to create a little cup. If you're dropped forward like this, that beautiful raindrop would dribble down, right? So you want to imagine if a raindrop were to come down, it would land in that cup. What it does is it lifts the sternum up. And by lifting the sternum up, you start to rearrange your entire upper body without doing the shoulders back and the chin up. And by doing this, you start to work muscles in your back that send the nervous system a message that your core is working and that you are a strong and resilient human being, which is what we want, okay? So simply imagine that raindrop landing right here, and you would keep it there. Don't move the shoulders, don't do it. I know you're gonna want to just lift the sternum up. And side note, extra bonus here, especially for solo moms who are confronting lots of things, challenges and challenging people often. When you assume this beautiful, nice posture, you're communicating, along with a reduction in stress to your nervous system, you're communicating a sense of power and ease in the body instead of going into our protective mode. When you're in a flex position, you're in protective mode, okay? So find perhaps that when you're in a situation that feels difficult, that feels challenging, what happens if you just lift the sternum up and stand or sit in any way where this is lifted? How then it starts to transfer to your nervous system, the animal in you, that you're doing okay and you can handle this. So I hope that these help you as they help me. I will be here once a month to bring some more interesting tidbits and secrets to keep you strong and healthy even during stress and even during the experience of being a solo mom. And if you need to know more about Mama Strong, go to mamastrong.com and check it out. Anyway, I will see you next month.